Okay, Buffy time.
Yeah. This one you said was your
Buffy
favorite so far?
time. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of this episode. This is when I think of season 7, I think of like 4 or 5 episodes that really stand out, and this is one of them.
Interesting.
Um, I'm a fan. So yeah, Drew Goddard is. Oh wait, but it aired 2 days later, October 22nd, 2002. Lot going on. Hey, you remember the DC sniper? Have you
Uh,
ever heard of that?
I feel like I have heard of that, yeah.
That was a big news story that was going on. The DC sniper was apprehended.
Wow.
His
Now we have
reign
the
of
CEO
terror
shooter.
came to an end. Yeah, but he's already apprehended. The
Yeah.
DC
You don't think
sniper.
that's a setup at all? Like, is there not a hint of you that's like this is all fake? What's going on?
What do you mean?
I mean, there's like a he doesn't look like the guy from the original photos, kind of.
I kind of know what you mean, but
They look different. But they said he had like a manifesto and stuff, but maybe they made
yeah,
all that up. Like, who the fuck knows, honestly?
I don't know. I
I don't
don't
want to be
know,
a
but
sucker or like a
I
conspiracy
I
theorist.
I I wondered, but then they have like footage of him like freaking out to the cameras and stuff, and it feels like it would be the guy. But
Yeah. And they have like a
uh
whole reason, like he had back surgery and stuff. So
yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
all kinds of shit going on. They found the fingy prints, but I
But
you
from
know
what? From because we saw him shoot him. He just like walks up, pow, 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 and runs off. What fingerprints? What are they even talking
yeah
about?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on, but what a hero, Luigi Mangione, one of my favorite Americans.
Same.
Yeah, top guy.
Top guy.
Logan, when are you gonna kill a
Why
CEO,
do you want me to murder
brother?
someone so
I
bad?
It's perfect for you. This is
Why?
the way to
Why is
go
that?
in your life.
Who? Who? A CEO? You don't think I should just do like the top guy?
Trump?
Shh. I don't think we should be saying this on the podcast.
That's a good point. Yeah. No, let's talk later.
We'll talk later.
All right. Um,
I'm not gonna
uh,
miss though. That's all I'm saying.
not like that fucking dork.
Lawyer right behind it. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Um, yeah. You know what? You know what I'll say if you kill Trump?
What?
Come get your gift card.
I don't think I'll be able to get anything. I'd be dead immediately.
You get laid.
I would be
Hey,
dead immediately, I think.
no. I think you'll get. Well, that's why I'm saying kill a lesser CEO so that you can walk away from it.
If I'm gonna do it, I think I would rather just do it. You
Really,
know?
just fucking
I
go
think I
for it.
would. If I think if I was
Wow.
and you'd be like more famous that way too.
I mean, this
Let's move
guy's
on.
pretty
Now I'm
fucking
like, if
famous.
Trump dies, I'm a prime suspect. No, I don't think we should keep talking about this.
All right. You good point. All right. So, the DC sniper, the DC sniper
Yeah,
was an
right.
amazing news story. It was two dudes actually, and
Whoa.
they were just hanging out sniping people.
Really? That's all that's really?
They were sniping motherfuckers. There was no motive. It was like
Were they
people.
together or like on separate buildings across the city or what?
I don't. I think they were together, but like what it would be was like someone filling their gas, and then all of a sudden they get fucking killed.
God damn. All over
Yeah,
DC. They were just taking
yeah,
motherfuckers
just
out.
long range. They killed a bunch of people. It was wild for like a few weeks. I remember hearing
Yo,
stories
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah, I like people were walking around ducking because they didn't want to get shot by the DC sniper.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, honestly. There's just
It
people
was
just
nuts.
dying. People just going out and getting shot.
Yeah, they made a TV movie about it at the time. I think with Charles S. Dutton,
But they call it the
and
DC sniper, but there were two of them. So it's like
well,
false
because that
advertising.
was the news story at the time. Was it's the DC sniper, and then it turned out it was like two dudes. One was like an older guy, and one was a 17-year-old kid. And the older guy got put to death. Lethal injection. He's dead. And the kid got like consecutive life sentences or something.
God damn.
Yeah.
I just watched The Act, that
You
show.
did? I
Did you
love that
watch?
show.
Yeah. Reminds me of that, how she took advantage of that little that boy. It got him to kill her man
Yeah,
for him.
yeah. How good are both Patricia Arquette and Joey King in that show?
Both awesome. Yeah.
Incredible.
Patricia Arquette too. Like I know people talk about how good Joey King was, but Patricia Arquette fucking ruled. Like when
No, she
she
she won like an Emmy or a Golden Globe for
oh
that.
good, good.
Yeah,
When she died, I mean she died,
it's
but
Gypsy Rose.
of course. But
Yeah,
like there were like we would get long stretches without her, and I was like, damn, I wish I didn't kill her off so soon. I missed it. And then we would get her again, like we would see more of her, and I was like, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. But yeah, great show, great show.
yeah. Love that fucking show.
Mm.
And I didn't know the Gypsy Rose story until that show, and
Oh
so
wow.
that it was like all new to me. It was really
Yeah,
exciting
I'm
at the
watching it now.
time.
She's out of jail already.
Mm,
It's all done.
it's true. Okay, so what else was going on this week? Hey, an actor was born a couple days after this episode. Someone we've talked about on the show.
Wow. All
Um,
right.
the kid Dominic Sessa from the
Okay.
Holdovers.
Yeah. We haven't,
He
I mean, I guess we talked about him for the holdovers, but I thought you meant on the franchise.
Oh no, but yeah, he was born just a couple days after this Buffy episode,
That's
and
awesome. He's younger than I thought.
yeah, and a bunch of big albums came out. There's a big album release week. Uh, Foo Fighters, One by One. That was their fourth record. All my life, I've been searching for something. Something
Mm.
never comes, never leads to nothing. Nothing satisfies, but I'm getting closer to the prize at the end of the road. Wow, I still remember all that. The Streets. That I loved the Streets, and I've been listening to him a lot lately. I've like recently rediscovered the Streets. He was like a British rapper at the time. He was this white dude, and his first album came out on this day. Original Pirate Material. That's a classic. I think you should close the episode with "Let's Push Things Forward" by the Streets.
Okay. In the streets was one guy, one
Yeah,
white
it was just
rapper.
one guy. He's the
I've
Streets.
never ever heard of the streets.
Oh, he was awesome at the time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Um, Then the Donnas, their first record came out on this day. They were like a sexy rock group. And Slanted and Enchanted Special Edition by Pavement. I normally wouldn't mention special editions, but that's what got me into Pavement when that came out.
So
I
why
was
wouldn't you
like, let
mention
me.
it? You should mention it all the time since it got you into it.
There you go. There you. Well, special editions. I usually on the album releases I only bring up first releases, but
Mm.
that special edition got me into Pavement.
Your favorite of all time.
My
So that's
favorite of
cool.
all time, yeah. And also Death Cab for Cuties. You could play these songs with chords, which is a B-sides record.
So a lot of
And
music for sad people.
yeah. So I purchased all those albums.
Yeah, the
I
saddest guy
bought a lot of
around,
music
Daniel.
this week. Yeah. Um, all right, let's I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
What is that from?
You do that all the time. Sometimes we start the episode, that'll happen. Daniel, it's from SpongeBob.
Oh,
SpongeBob
okay.
does that on the way to work.
Yeah. Right. I remember now. All right. Drew Goddard wrote this one, his first Buffy episode, his first published work. I remember reading that he had submitted a 6 feet under spec script. That's how he was discovered. And
Mhm.
Joss Whedon was going through a pile of spec scripts for the new season. They needed one new writer because they had sent Stephen S. DeKnight over to Angel, and he really liked the 6 feet under script by Drew
That's
Goddard.
awesome.
Yeah, so it picked them from obscurity. And this one's directed by David Solomon, who directed the premiere, at Lessons. He's back again, and let's get into it. Scrotum. Oh
All
wait.
right.
I have one more thing.
Yeah.
I forgot this from the Angel episode.
Yeah.
That night wrestling. Can I give you a wrestling update?
Of course.
No Mercy was the pay-per-view that aired opposite that Angel episode. And what a pay-per-view it was, Logan. It has one of my favorite matches of all time. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell.
The two best guys around. Brock
Incredible.
Lesnar and
Yeah,
the Undertaker.
two incredible men.
Well, guys, yeah.
Yeah. And
That sounds awesome though.
it was awesome. That also has Triple H versus Kane. Yeah, Kane was like the Intercontinental Champion, and he was like challenging the champion Triple H. That was great.
Mhm.
And the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned on that pay-per-view.
Wow.
Logan, in the finals, the crazy team of Edge and Rey Mysterio lost to the equally crazy team of Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
um, I thought you might mean that their name was the Crazy Team.
No,
I never knew they were a tag team. Edge
I
and
I
them.
never knew either of these fucking tag teams were I mean, I guess I did at the time, but I
Oh,
that's
now it's a trivia. They were the first ever SmackDown champions. Chris
yeah.
Benoit and
There you
whatever else you
go,
said.
Chris Benoit and
Kurt
Kurt
Angle.
Angle.
That's
Yeah,
cool. That's a good team. That's a tough team.
yeah, pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
a guy who broke his neck and a guy who had a lot of head trauma.
Well, Chris Benoit broke his own neck when you think about it.
Oh yeah,
He
with a
hung
noose.
himself.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh, so
Get
sad. So sad.
yeah, I know it's a bummer. All right, selfless. Let's get into it. There's lots to talk about here.
Yeah, selfless. All right. Willow is going back to school. That's going to be a lot of fun. Dawn's giving her tips and tricks how to survive school. I thought that was a pretty cute moment. Like,
Mm.
here's how you get through it. And we're talking about Anya. Like, what's going on with Anya? Who knows what's going on with Anya? And then we cut to Anya. We see a bunch of dead guys, and we're like, what's going on here? And then Anya's like on the floor, like, oh my God, what did I do? So that's pretty sad. And then we might get the credits there. I don't really remember where the credits come
I
in.
think that's right.
And then we go to, yeah, then we go to Sweden. Yo, Sweden, however you say that word. 880 AD. Long
880.
long
I
time
think
ago.
if you're doing
Is this
a
longest to go?
yeah, if you're gonna do a
Timeline order
chronological cut of Buffy and Angel, this might be the early, like the first scene.
starts with Odd and Olaf
Yeah,
in the kitchen. That's fun. Yeah, Odd, by the way. Anya, her name is not Anya. It's not even Anyanka. It's Odd.
on the commentary for this episode, Drew Goddard says that he was doing research on Viking names for
Mm-hmm.
this episode. He was like, what do we call Anya? And he found a story of a Viking named Olaf, which was established. Olaf is like her guy from back then.
Mm-hmm.
A Viking named Olaf had a wife who was well known for her sense of humor and her proficiency with money. And
Perfect.
her name was Odd.
It starts with an A.
Yeah, and so Drew Guy was like, "Oh, it's her."
I love that so
Yeah.
much. Great job, Drew. Uh, Also Odd God Drew Goddard, sort of like in his name,
Wow.
Odd God. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, so are they married? Her and Olaf, are they a married couple at this point?
I think so.
Seems
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. But he comes home. He's had a big day. He was fighting off trolls and stuff like that. And we learn a little bit of history about her bunny obsession. But she hates him now, which is interesting. I still don't
Well,
quite understand. Gives
I
her bad
think
memories.
yeah, I think her hatred of bunnies now is like a trauma response to becoming a vengeance demon and her experience with Olaf back here.
Yeah, I loved this. It was very cute.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she like they're fucking so much, having so many other the rabbits are having so many other baby bunnies. She wants to give them to other people just to be nice because that'll make her feel better. Being nice to people. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, no, fuck you, or whatever. I don't know. But she
No,
learns. No,
this
not
is a
really.
sweet scene. They're speaking Swedish.
Oh,
It's
it's
all
fun. That's
subtitled.
true.
It's really good.
Yeah, true. And but she thinks he's cheating on her. Is that what happened?
Where are we in this episode?
The bunnies.
Oh, we're still there. Okay.
She turned him into the troll because he was cheating on her,
Mm-hmm.
or she suspected him of cheating on her. I don't really know what happened there. But then we,
He was cheating on her with a barmaid, and he says that you know, she has hips like a Baltic woman, and I prefer you. You have hips like a Baltic woman from a much more arid region.
yeah, that was very funny. What a great
Yeah.
line. I don't know if that'll really work, but it was funny. And then we see Spike. He's in the basement still, losing his mind. It's getting worse and worse. He thinks he's talking to Buffy, but he's not really. Then real Buffy comes in and he just starts
Mm.
really talking to her. Um, I don't know what's going on, but he mentioned Drusilla. That was cool. Drew, me and Drew.
There was the Buffys in this scene were supposed to have different hairstyles to differentiate them,
They had different
but
outfits.
that's how they differentiated them. But Sarah Michelle Gellar's wedding to Freddie Prinze Jr. happened during this episode, and so she had already had her hair done for the wedding. She couldn't fuck it up.
Wait, really? She has
Yeah,
like wedding hair in one scene?
yeah.
She shot a scene on her wedding day?
Not her wedding day, no, but like
How long do you have your hair up then?
I
Days
don't know.
before
She
your
had
wedding?
she I guess a couple days. Yeah,
That's nuts. I've never heard of such a thing. Does that mean Freddie can't see her, or you only can't see her in the dress? Can you see her with her hair done?
I think he could see the hair.
That's so weird. Anyway, but yeah, that was a weird scene. Spike's really losing his fucking mind. But Willow, she's like, "Hey, teacher, you're my favorite teacher," and the teacher's like, "You're my favorite student." Oh, they love each other. And then Willow sees Anya leaving that house, that frat house. She's like, "Anya, what the hell are you doing?" Anya said she has a boyfriend there,
Right.
but Willow goes to check it out a little more, and that's where she sees a girl, and the girl made a wish to. I don't remember exactly what the wish was, but a big spider showed up and killed everybody. And
The
then this,
dudes had I guess like it was sort of like a real 10 things I hate about you situation. It was like a bet.
oh
And
no,
they brought her into and he broke up with her in front of the whole frat. It's
oh that's
fucked up.
terrible.
Yeah, you
But
can
in
see
10 things, he
why.
really fell in love. This didn't
I
really.
know if he didn't fall in love.
So this was sort of her fault. She couldn't make him fall in love. In 10 things, she was able to do that. So it all worked out.
This girl was no Julia Stiles.
No, no. And I doubt that guy was a Heath Ledger. So it should have been pretty easy.
Yeah.
But anyway, God, I love that movie. And then Willow. Oh, the big spider fight looked pretty bad. And then Willow used magic, by the way. Willow's
Yeah.
on the
She
edge.
she also gets dark for a second.
Oh
Like
yeah, evil eyes.
when she uses the magic, her eyes go dark and she turns to the girl and she's like, "Would you quit your fucking whimpering or whatever?"
Yeah,
And yeah,
cool.
jeez.
And we go back to Sweden, 880 AD, and we see the troll version of Olaf. Villagers are chasing him around,
Mm.
and Anya's like hanging back, like, "Look what I did! I'm so cool." And then we meet the Hoffren shows up. He says, "Hey, I'm the Hoffren. I know your name is odd, but what about Anyanka? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? You can be a vengeance demon." And she's like, "Yeah, all right." It didn't seem to take much convincing. She was down to clown, they say. And then we meet Halfrick. This is we cut back to real time. Halfrick is like, Anya, you've been killing people. Great job. You're not a pushover like you've been doing.
Right.
And well, whatever. And then we go Buffy and Xander. They go try to they're like fight the spider, I guess. Willow tells them, oh, there's the moment where Willow tells them what's up, and Buffy says, I have to kill Anya. So that's pretty sad. But then we fight the spider. I guess that looked cool for a second. And then we go to 1905. Is this early too?
No, we've seen a lot of angel stuff between the two flashbacks.
Okay, so this will be later on.
Yeah,
We,
this will be later on.
this
St.
is
Petersburg, Russia, is that right?
honestly, I didn't write it down. I didn't
I
write it
think
down.
that's
But this is when they're drinking around all those dead bodies. Around there's like a big party banquet thing, and we're drinking Halfrick and Anyanka.
And
That was
Anya's
cool.
very pro communism in the scene, which is very different to how she would turn out.
They're talking about like a revolution. We're gonna like start a revolution, which
Yeah.
was great. But Anya, she sort of didn't seem into it. She just wanted to like kill guys. I'll go kill guys
But
myself.
she has a whole monologue about communism. And she's a capitalist
She's a
now.
commie. She was a commie back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Now she's a cappy. I don't know. Willow. Oh, she contacts the Hoffren. She goes and does
Oh,
magic.
you're going through this episode way too fucking fast.
No way, really?
Yeah, you're missing a lot.
What happened? What happened?
I mean, we get a resolution to something from all the way back in Becoming Part 2.
Okay.
There's that scene where like there's a great scene of them debating whether or not to kill Anya, and Xander's like, yeah, but when it's someone you fucking love, like we'll see how you act then. And she goes, what are you talking
I
about?
think I wrote down when that happens. Did I skip that?
Oh, is that
I did.
later?
No, I did skip that. You're right. You're right. Yeah, she
All right.
mentions Angel.
She
Yeah,
says, I killed Angel. I
you're
loved
right.
him more than I will ever love anything.
That was a nice line. Yeah,
And
really put everything in perspective for me.
but then there's also that line though where she goes, and you guys were all behind that shit. Like, remember, like Xander, you wanted me to kill Angel, and you even gave me that message from Willow. Remember, kick his ass.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
And not really.
That's in Becoming Part Two when Willow is in the hospital trying to do the spell to put Angel's soul back into him.
Yeah.
She sends Xander out to tell Buffy that she's doing that, but Xander wants Buffy to kill Angel.
Oh yes, of
So
course I
he
do.
lies to Buffy and he says that Willow says kick his ass.
Right. Yeah. But that
He
was
makes
a
that up. And so all these years Buffy has been thinking that's something Willow said to her. And in that moment, she brings it up. Willow says, I never said that.
I didn't think that was that big a deal, honestly.
I mean, it's a
Like in the
loose
grand scheme
end.
of things. I mean, I guess
It's
so.
not a huge deal, but I'm just saying it's a loose end from all
And it
the way
changes
back
her
in like a
perception of everything.
exactly. I love that. Like I remember watching this for the first time, like, and I knew it was a first time writer doing this episode, Drew Goddard, and I was like, this motherfucker must be a fan. Like, there's so much good shit, and like once more with feeling flashbacks. There's a Becoming Part Two reference. Like this guy rules.
Yeah. Little did you know he was gonna do much cooler stuff even. Yeah, that's very cool. I didn't even pick up on all that honestly when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it makes it. I mean, it is cool. Like shout out to him for doing that, but it doesn't change the way I view anything. I guess, but I mean, it does Buffy. I guess so. Whatever. But then we contact the Hoffman. Do we get to that part
I
yet?
just appreciate it. They could have gone
Of
the rest of the
course.
series without ever acknowledging that moment again, and no one would have complained. But
Right. Exactly.
as a fan of the show, I appreciate that shit.
No, absolutely. That's the thing though, is I wouldn't have ever thought about it again. But
Mm.
shout out to him for doing it. That is cool. Uh, the Hoffman shows up. He says, "I love how you killed Warren. That was
Yeah,
awesome. Great job."
he calls it water cooler vengeance.
Yeah. So that was a big deal in the world there. But Willow was like, "We're not talking about me. We're talking about Anya." And he's like, "All right, fine." And then Buffy and Anya get into a big fight. It's crazy. Anya gets stabbed in the fucking chest, pinned up against the wall, like Michael
Mm.
Myers did. That one guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
when he did the head tilt.
yeah, I forget that guy's name. The guy who had sex. I forget his name. But
Billy? I might have just made that up.
I was gonna say Bobby or something. So B word
Bobby? That
too.
might be it. Yeah.
So, I don't know. But then we get the flashback. Anya sings a big song about being Xander's missus. Great. It's a nice number. And love the
I like in the song when she references the fake name that she gave the Watchers Council in that episode Checkpoint back in season 5. Remember, she's like trying to hide that she's a demon, so she comes up with this whole backstory for herself, and she calls herself Anya Emanuel Jenkins or something.
and then
And
later on she's like there's the part in the song where she's like something made up name that I made up
yeah,
or
Anya, stupid fake name Harris. Yeah.
that's great. Yeah. It's a great song. And then we cut. I love the cut at the end of the
Oh
song.
wait, but no, the cut's amazing, and I have gotten choked up in that moment.
It's very much the pie though in the body, right?
Oh yeah, one hundred
Is it
percent.
that the body
Yeah,
episode?
when she drops it and it cuts to the dead, George.
But it works for me every time. I love a thing like that.
It's a great cut. But I also want to say when she shuts the window, you hear a little snippet of song that's happening like outside of her apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's remember David Fury in Once More with Feeling, he plays the guys, they got the mustard
Yeah,
out.
of course.
And then you got Marty Noxon in that episode, and she's having a bad day,
Big thing by the
and
car.
the parking ticket, she gets a
Yeah.
parking ticket, and it's implied in the song that you hear outside. It's both of them singing, and it's
Wow.
like mustard guy and parking ticket lady met and during that episode and fell in love.
That's a beautiful story. I absolutely love that. And they're just singing a song walking down the street.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. Did they really get the people back to sing?
Well, it was David Fury and Marty Noxon, so
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
it
They
was
got them.
easy to get them back.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
love that. Um, yeah, so but Anya, she takes the sword out. They get into another fight, I guess. I don't know. And then the Hoffman shows up. He says, well, Anya basically pleads, like, I feel guilty about all the people I've killed. Basically, I want to die. Do they bring all those people back to life? What
Yeah,
happened?
well, she says, I want to undo what I did. I want to undo the spell that killed all those frat guys. And Hoffman is like, well, the only thing I could do is it'll cost the life of a vengeance demon. And
And I was like, no.
Anya says like, fine, kill me.
But
But
Hoffman
the
has bigger
Hoffman,
plans.
yeah, the Hoffman fucks with her by killing Hallie.
Who cares? I don't care.
Ah,
I was happy that Anya survived.
I know, but he also says to Anya, like, don't consider yourself lucky or anything. From beneath you, it devours.
And we saw Buffy be like, I know that line. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we'll see. We'll learn. And he also had another thing. He said, never go for the kill when you can go for the pain, he said.
Yeah,
And I've seen an episode of Breaking Bad that tells me the opposite of this. You know the one Half Measures where Mike Ehrmantraut tells a story like a guy abused his girlfriend, he took him in for questioning, and then they let him free, and then he killed the girl a few weeks later.
yeah.
And then the message of that is no more half measures. So this is like the opposite of that, where like we don't kill Anya, kill her friend, leave Anya alive.
I
That's the
think
opposite
that's
message.
no. If you're trying to, you know, if you're trying to get justice, I think you kill the person, sort of like the CEO guy. But if you're trying to really hurt somebody,
Is he
leave
not
them
worried that
alive.
Anya is going to try to kill him though?
The Hoffman?
Yeah, he's not worried about
Well,
that.
she's powerless now. He took away her vengeance demon powers. There's no
She
way
knows
she can.
people with powers. She knows a Willow and a Buffy
I
and a
guess.
Spike. I mean, I was thinking about it, like I thought that was a bad decision from Hoffman. Like I'd be scared a little bit.
I thought it was pretty cool.
No, it's cool. And yes, then the end of the episode where Anya is very sad. Her and Xander walking off. She's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now because
It
I've always
reminded me
had
of
a
the
purpose.
it reminded me of the end of the harsh light of day back in season 4.
Okay.
Remember that one? It's like the three girls walking around aimlessly on the campus.
Yeah.
That was the
Harmony.
vibe I got. Yeah, Harmony, Buffy, and Anya.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And I like he said, is that don't be a dope. She was like, all right, I won't be a dope. And then
Yeah,
they walk off separate directions. It's very sad.
amazing.
I'm just glad she's not dead. I mean, are we going to still keep seeing her, Anya? She's still going to be a part of the
Anya,
show,
she's a
right?
regular on the show.
Oh, right. She's still. Oh. I mean, this show can do anything. They've had regulars die, and
Oh yeah, yeah, I got you. But I
I
mean,
was worried. I thought she might just walk off. And
no, no. She's still alive. She just no vengeance demon powers. We'll catch up with Anya soon.
good, good. She's my MVP for this episode.
Mine too.
Love it. What about the LVP? I got a
Um,
few contenders here, but I don't know because I mean, Dawn only has the moment at the beginning where she tells Willow like, "Good luck at school," right? Spike only has the scene in the basement, but I don't think it's Spike. He's pretty good there.
it's an important scene too.
Is
Like
it Halfrek?
you should really be paying attention to all these crazy Spike scenes.
Yeah,
Um,
you know, it's probably Willow's teacher.
oh, the only black character in the episode.
Well, I mean, who else do you want to go? Who played
No,
Rachel? Who was
no,
Rachel? I don't remember who that
that
was.
that was the girl in the closet who made the wish.
Oh, I remember
Um,
feeling like her pain, sort of like she
yeah, yeah,
regretted
no, I
doing
thought she
that.
was pretty good. I might go Halfrick. Like, I do feel like by this point in the series, we should maybe care about
I
Halfrick's
agree with
death a
you.
little bit more.
I totally agree with that. I never understood. Like she's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way about her. Like she's totally like there's nothing
I like
wrong with
Clem
her as a
more, and we
character.
saw
Yeah,
less of
yeah,
him.
agreed.
We might have seen equal because you said he showed up earlier than I even thought. I
Yeah,
didn't
we've seen
realize.
Halfrick a bunch at this point. She's in like we meet her before the wedding. She's in Older and Far Away. Then she's in the wedding
Like her
episode.
sixth episode, I'd say.
She's been in 2 or 3 episodes this season. Like she's been around.
And I felt nothing. I was just glad Anya survived.
Yeah,
But maybe
same.
when it's like between Anya and Halfrek, you obviously want Halfrek to die. Maybe if Halfrek just died, I'd be sadder.
That's a good point.
But because it was one or the other, I was like, good.
Yeah.
Uh, but sorry, Halfrek, she's the LVP. In her dying episode, that sucks. But I re-ranked it while you were gone. We took a break and I re-ranked it. Had it a little low, but now I have it at number 57 between Primeval and Tough Love. I had it at like by like something blue and pangs down here. It's in the
Oh my
70s.
god, no. I'm gonna have this high.
High.
Yeah.
Like
Um.
I only have eyes for you high.
You know,
That's in the 30s. The Zeppo high. That's 21.
it's not that high. Um.
Living conditions.
No, no, hang on. I'm trying to think of like what's a similar episode that's like really defining a character like
The
that.
Into the Woods. The Riley breakup episode.
No, no, it's better than that. Where do I have that?
68.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Faith, Hope, and
No,
Trick.
where's that?
51. Head of
No,
its
where am I?
revelations, below it,
Where
beneath me.
read me down from I only have eyes for you.
All right. This year's girl, Primeval, where I had it around Primeval. Grave, the replacement. That's
I
way too
like
low.
this. I like this more than all those.
So up from I only
Read
have
me
eyes for
up
you.
from I only have eyes for you. Yeah.
Ted, surprise. Wild at heart.
Oh, holy shit.
Wild at heart. I just watched a film called Wild at Heart. That's crazy. The Initiative, Tabula Rasa, Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered. These episodes are so good. Doppelgangland, Who Are You? Halloween.
Now we're too high. Now we're too high. Go back to Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered. Read me down from there.
Tabula Rasa, The Initiative, Wild at Heart.
Well, all right.
I sort of like it Bewitched and Tabula Rasa between
Yeah,
those
that's
two.
where I want it. That's where I want it.
All right, so you're gonna have it at 28.
I'm a big fan of this episode.
So 28, and I had it 57. I don't know, but that's fine. Great
I'm
episode.
surprised you don't have it higher on it. You're a big Anya guy. This is
I
like
know.
to me when I think of Anya, like this is one of her best episodes.
Yeah, I think I like toward the end. I was like, are they really gonna kill Anya? And then they killed Halfrek, and I was like conflicted if it felt cheap or not. Maybe, and I didn't care. The fact I don't care about Halfrek sucks. I don't know. It's good. It'll go higher. It's one of those that'll probably go higher. But some comments. Let's read on
Yes.
this episode. Not next week. We might forget what happened. I had no idea what this meant from Josh Merlis. I tried to read some of these, and then this comment sent me into shock, so I stopped reading. He said, "Big day for the Joss boys. The De Hoffren train and Lorne Gun B. Freder, and the B is for Buffy." And that sent me into a state of shock, and I stopped
Well, that's
reading.
you. You're Lorne Gun
No,
B.
I got that. I wasn't
Freder,
confused who was who.
and I'm the De Hoffren train.
Right. I was just like, oh my God. How did he get to that?
I know.
And then he says about
Sometimes
Angel.
I read something like that from Josh, and I'm like,
I thought my brain was crazy.
yeah, yeah. Like he's in his late 30s. He's a father. Like, get
This
it
is what he
together.
thinks of. He says, Angel, this episode was pretty good overall, but there were a lot of awkward and stiff line reads. Maybe they couldn't do that many takes because they were on location.
That is very possible, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, short production run. But that intro felt shabbily cobbled together too. I don't know. Also, they could have done without Lorne's big performance. You gotta have it. You gotta show his whole thing.
Stop it.
You gotta see what he does.
What is the point of this episode if not for the performance?
Yeah, I don't understand that criticism. And then he says about Buffy, I love the Spike stuff. Willow's great. That thing is not a spider. Yeah, true. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it looked crazy. So Odd just suddenly speaks perfect English when De Hoffren shows up. Great.
Was she
point.
speaking English? Maybe De Hoffren granted her that, like a little translator.
Maybe, but that's a great point. That's freaking hilarious. I think so. I think when he showed up, she was just like Anya, like normal. It's before he turns her into a vengeance demon, so she's still human. Hoffredi has a very funny line at the end of the scene. I don't know, De Hoffren. Is this the first we've seen of him?
What?
What are you talking about? Oh, Anya's been a commie all along. She let on
See
on about that a while back. Yeah. Great speech by Buffy. Now I feel like we're picking up where season 6 left off. All through the episode, you feel the weight of the character's history. Nice. And we get the postscript to Once More with Feeling. Can we do this once an episode from now on? That would be way too much work from Joss. Oof. Bad weapon choice by Buffy. That sword is unwieldy for this kind of combat. Compelling stuff this episode. I'm still way more in on Buffy than Angel. I do agree about that. I don't know what was going on where I flopped to Angel for a few weeks, but I'm definitely more into Buffy.
Oh, I mean, I agree. I mean, especially this week. Like, I think Buffy's way better than Angel this week.
But I remember there was a section where we were like, for sure, more into what was happening on
Yeah,
Angel.
it's late season 6 / late season 3 of Angel. Like all the Connor stuff is happening. Holt's in the Kortoth dimension, and Wolfram and Hart's doing some crazy shit. And on Buffy, it's just sort of like, you know,
Willow is going through.
Anya fucked Spike. Like, you know.
I like that. I like that episode. The bad weapon choice. When I'm watching Angel, it's like I'm watching a TV show that's made by actors and producers. When I'm watching Buffy, I'm in the Buffy world with the Buffy characters.
I like that.
I feel like when I watch Angel, I'm in the Angel world. Like I'm in the world of Angel. I don't know. But I do get what you're saying. I do get
this week. I can see his point.
Yes, fair. That's fair. I think it has to do with what he was saying, though. That's another good point with the production schedule, and they maybe had to shorten it for shooting on locations. So I like all that. Thank you, Josh. Sorry we didn't read them last week.
Yeah.
But
do you think Laura didn't comment this week because we didn't read them last week?
Possible. She's like, what's the point? They're not even going to read it.
I hope she's listening right now, and I apologize to her.
Yes, I hope so too. Feel free to comment next week because we will definitely read them.
Yeah. We've only missed it one time.
I don't know if that's true, but it's like once every 20 weeks or something. It's like it's pretty uncommon.
We're usually pretty good on it. Hey guys, I have bad news for next week.
Oh no. What, two angels?
Two angels. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty grateful for that because we get to catch up actually, right? I don't like being ahead on Buffy.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we are about to catch up.
We're gonna have to do it at some point.
So all right. So next week is Angel season 4, episode 4, which is called Slouching Toward Bethlehem.
I have zero idea. Is that in the Bible?
I think it's a Bible reference. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And then episode 5 is called Supersymmetry.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Yeah, complicated titles. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we will get to it. That's interesting. When did you say? You said episode 6 is when it starts to get really good?
For me, yeah. Okay. Six to the end of the season. Especially like this middle, like episode 6 to episode 15 of Angel season 4 is like obnoxiously good.
Obnoxiously good. I like that.
Yeah.
But so next week's gonna be bad. Episodes 4 and 5. Is what you're saying?
No, there are 5. It has some. It's a good Fred episode. Okay. Yeah, and 4 is dealing a lot with what's going on with Cordelia. So there's stuff to grab onto, but I feel like the season really kicks into high gear with that 6th one.
Yeah, I feel like next week might be really sad for me with Cordelia. We'll see what happens. But I hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back tomorrow with Hey, I'm Watching Here. No commentary or He's Swift. We're doing Hey, I'm Watching Here. So that'll be good.
Yeah, and then we'll be back at the beginning of next week with Comp Beasts, and then on to week 3 of Ernest.
I was a Comp Beast yesterday. Watched part 1 of the Survivor finale. It was we talked about my tweets.
Yeah, you not your tweets, your skeets.
My skeets. But I think it's time for you to get on it. They're about to end the season next week. This is the best season. I remember saying last season was the best of the new era. They topped it this season. It's Survivor's good, and you're like not watching it out of principle at this point, but you're missing out on.
No, it's not that. I'm gonna watch it, but when I do, I can't skip. That's just the way my brain works. So I'm going to have to go to 41. And I feel like it's going to be rough going for me those first couple seasons binging through them.
Yeah. I think what we could do is, I guess, Hey, I'm Watching Here would be the place to talk about it.
Logan.
What
if when we catch up on Big Brother on Comp Beasts, we do Survivor the New Era? That's the new Comp Beasts.
How would we do it, though? I don't want to do one episode a week. That's too slow.
We'll do like two or three episodes a week, like we do with Big Brother. It's just
Okay.
covering more because Survive more happens on Survivor in
And
an
there's 12
episode.
episodes a season, basically, or
Yeah,
13
yeah.
episodes. Yeah, I like that. That's fine.
Hell yeah. I'm
Yeah,
down for
dude, a
that.
good, and it would force you to watch it, give you a reason
Yeah,
to
and it would
watch it.
force me to
We
watch
also
it.
didn't do the Big Brother Christmas thing, but I think this season will go through Christmas. It'll be too late by that point. So
Maybe we'll see.
yeah, but I remember that was a lot of fun. But
How
anyway,
many
that's a different
episodes is
show.
that?
It was like six, I think, 6 or 7. It was
Let's
short.
just let's
Just
just
do it
like
like a hey, I'm
skip.
watching here. Like talk, do a set like a 20-minute thing on it.
No, no. Let's do a full comp piece on it, but it'll just be one episode.
Oh, all right. Like skip a week of normal Big Brother
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah, and I'll just watch the whole thing of that.
All right. Well, let's not do it next week. We'll do it the week of Christmas, which
All
won't be
right,
this week. It'll be
all
next
right,
week.
guys. You privy to a lot of comp beast shenanigans here on Buffy's Angels. Be back next week for 2 episodes of Angel. No Buffy. Keep them hot. Keep them ready. And blood is delicious.